You know why we don't have a black news station or a black radio station uh, that reports the news and what's going on? It's because we don't have a black nation. We're not independent. And these people that own all these news stations, they don't want us to have our own news station that reports our news by our people because they want to keep shoving all this crap down our throat. You know, aren't you tired of when a disaster comes, they only talk to white people? Got you thinking, ain't no black people living there? No black people's impacted by this um, disaster? I mean, really. You know, and then when something happens in the neighborhood, we only get their view. And I'm so tired of seeing these white reporters going to these black homes, talking to them. And you know they only going to pick out what they want to relate to the um, news audience. You may talk for 5 minutes, but they only going to put 2 minutes, if 2 minutes, on the air. So, and we continue to do it. We continue to give them interviews, making them rich, making their network rich, and their white reporters rich. Come on. Where's all these black journalists? Where's all these black news reporters? And then when they get mad at you, they fire you, like they did Joy Reid and the rest of them. You know, all they got to do is just pick up the phone. Hey, she got to go. She out. You know, and I know they can't say what they want to say because they would get fired real fast. So we just have to listen to the talking points that they want us to hear. So, and I'm going to give a shout out to this Black News Information. I will not call that a black news station because it's not. It just tells the same old story like every 15 minutes. It changes every now and then. And then we have to be bombarded with this. I just cut it off. They kept putting on Beyonce's three number one songs. Who wants to hear that? You know, but you get some nice information from it. And then they had this one news station. You had to have cable to look at it, and it was pretty interesting. But by the time I found out about it, it was off the air about a month later. I can't think of the name of it, but come on. And then I'm gonna end with this. I really got upset when they had this National Black Journalist program going on where they invite the potential presidents running for president. And they had that Donald Trump on there. And they made those black women journalists look like fools. He talked about them. He talked about Kamala Harris right in their face, and they didn't have nothing to say. So we got to do better. Come on. You that desperate for a job? And with all these black journalists, some of them went on YouTube, like Don Lemon, which I don't really care for, and Joy Ray, which she's fine. Um, they on YouTube now. Oh, they got a lot of followers. Why they can't get together and start a news channel, a news station, where we can wake up in the morning and look at, our news, about us, getting information. I don't never see him talking about, hear him talking about things overseas. And now everybody's on that Trump train where I'm so sick of these clickbaits. Everybody's making so much money talking about Trump. That's why they love him. I think that's why they hired him, because and that's why they started this war. It's all about money. Everybody's making money but us. We sitting up there helping them make money by clicking on these YouTube channels, turning on these news channels, and all they talk about is Trump. What Trump did and his goons. Now it's another thing going on. The ICE agents, another moneymaker. I could just put on my headline, ICE agent. Oh, I get all kind of clicks. Who cares? What we need to be doing is taking care of our children, because they are looking at what we do next. How are we handling this? And they are learning. Are they going to learn to be weak or strong? Happy people or sad people? Because I'm going to tell you something. I've been observing the people that support Trump. And I don't know, all I know is what I see. I don't know, nothing what they do personally. But they seem to be some very sad, mad people. And they smile to other people's destruction. And they are actually having fun killing people. Not once have they showed any sympathy for those children that died in that bombing over there in Iran. Or any child that's been killed here in America. The mass shootings, no sympathy. The only had sympathy I've seen is when that Charlie Kirk person died. Why is that? We need our own news station. We need our own black news station, black journalists, black reporters, black investigators. We need it all. Because we getting the back end of everything.